let's get into our Bellagio's very best player of the game. It is that time now, and there are a bunch of guys that it could be today, but I think, am I correct, Will, that we're dialing into one?
Yeah, I mean, it's one guy, and don't get me wrong, like, of course I take care of my big boys in the trenches, but there is something inherently wrong as an O-lineman giving so much praise to a defensive lineman. It's so hard for me to do.
You can swallow your pride just for this show.
Especially a defensive lineman, a defensive end. Like,
but
those guys are just different. And when you have a superstar, and he's a legit one, and this isn't to downplay Derek Harmon, this isn't to downplay Jordan Birch, but what Matayo Uiagalelei is becoming is you're looking at a top 5 pick. The way that he is able to get after the passer, he's winning one-on-one battles. Anthony said it best. He's a baby. He's 19 years old. He still has baby fat on him. He's not fully grown, probably.
So the other thing that I think people don't always realize is that because some guys are like come out after their sophomore year, you need to be 3 years removed from high school to go to the draft.
Or 21.
Or he's not going to be either.
Nope.
He
has to come back.
He's one of the best defensive ends in the country, and he cannot go to the next level yet. He will be back for another year. It's unbelievable.
You get him more. He has 16 total tackles this year. He has 7.5 sacks, 2 forced fumbles. I'm pulling up the tackles for loss right now, so that'll take me a sec. In this game, he was flying all over the field. He had 5 total tackles, 4 of them solo. He had a sack. He had a TFL. When you need a big moment, it's a big moment, you need a big stop. It's him. Against Ohio State, it's 3rd and short, and you need a stop. He beats someone one-on-one. He beats an All-American one-on-one, an All-Big Ten Conference left tackle. He worked him.
And you know what? It's apropos that we just keep referring to he is him again. But we're talking about, of course, Matayo Uiagalelei.
I apologize. I got too excited.
Me too. I realized that we're like gushing over your Bellagio's very best player of the game.
Him.
Dude, Matayo Uiagalelei, he's unbelievable. When you needed a big stop on third down.
Tricky spelling, though, it's going to be tough. So when you have to remember that the very best player of the game is Matayo Uiagalelei, and when you hear the text to win cue in the noon hour of Monday's Danny and Dusty show, you could earn that free delicious pizza from Bellagio's. But
you're saying Matayo U doesn't work?
I don't think so. I think you got to do the whole thing. And you know what? Honestly, Matayo isn't even that easy.
No, it's
easy.
not. No.
Little hint for you guys out there: if you think it's like the Spanish spelling, it is not.
No. I'm not gonna lie. On Twitter, I just went Matt U. I'm calling him Matt U.
Matty U.
Yeah, you were asking me how to spell it, and I'm trying to bring it up for you, and you're like, I already finished.
I don't care. I'm not doing it. He was unbelievable. When you needed a stop, he got it. When you needed a big play, he got it. He got an interception in this game. He dropped into coverage and absolutely laid the wood on a picture-perfect form tackle against a Wisconsin player. He got in the backfield, and he got a sack for you, and when he wasn't getting sacks, he was creating havoc for Wisconsin. He made some great stops in the run game as well. He's not just a one-trick pony where he rushes the passer and doesn't do anything else. Like, if Kayvon Thibodeau, who was a very good player, was a top 5 pick, top 10, Matayo Uiagalelei is going to be in that same category. He is unbelievable, and he is a true Dan Lanning player. And I mean that in Lanning went out and recruited him and has created this monster. And the monster is only at like 75%.
First interception of his career today, too.
Yeah,
it's going, I guess, worse for offenses.
Incredible savvy from him. And the other thing about him, and I hope this isn't speaking in generalizations too much, as I think this gets thrown around with Polynesian players a lot. But with him, he seems like he is such a lead by example guy. He's a guy
not verbal, yeah.
But he also guys feed off of him. Like he the way he plays, he brings a juice to that defense. And there are a lot of guys that do it. I think there are guys at each level. I think you saw some of Jeffrey Boss's juice today. You saw some from Jabbar Muhammad as well. Like there are guys that have a little bit extra swagger in their game. He's one of them, but it's not like brazen, brash, showy. Look at me. It's just confident and dominating, and you see the way people react when he comes to the sidelines. He's a true leader. He's a true leader, and he's a special talent.
He's a leader by example, and he's angry, but you know that when he says something, it's important. And I'll tell you what, it is kind of fun to watch his dad on Twitter. Like
Dave.
He is the ultimate
Shout out Big Dave.
proud of
freezing
his
booty
sons. That guy's awesome. He's proud of his sons. He doesn't talk crap about any of the other players. It's only hyping up his own kids. If you aren't, go check out that guy's Twitter. It's fun. Matayo Uiagalelei, you're a star in the making, and I think we saw kind of your coming out party maybe to the national media because we knew it here from before. But what an incredible, incredible game.